Fifth Omlette de Fromage ready. I think we have game sound as well. And we can just hop right into game number 1. Omlette de Fromage, episode 38, game number 1. Here we go. Of course, Territon has sent in a replay that is an old one. No matter though. No matter. Ha! You weren't able to see it, were you? Just in the nick of time. Just in the nick of time. Okay. Alright. After experiencing terrible technical difficulties, we have the Red Protoss, no APM, facing off versus the Blue Terran, which is Kruger. Of course, Kruger is really Terridan, who is really Animal Mother. So we know what's up. He's a cheesy boy. Let me know if the sound, game sound, voice ratio is okay, because this is not my usual set of overlays. So I'm in need of your help, guys. Let's see what those evil Protoss probes are trying to do. We have a no APM pylon on the way. Of course, this is this is in the range for Kruger, so not the ideal placement. Dear Protoss, you probably shouldn't place your proxy pylon in clear view of Terran. Oh, the fail! The fail, though. Almost managed to wall in. He absolutely wants to have his buildings on this side of the map. Absolutely, because building on your own side of the map is so lame these days. So lame. Well, the probe is about to die. Make one more misstep and you're dead. And the SCVs are happily eating away at his opponent's pylons. There will be one cannon that's gonna finish though. Another pylon is ready. And we have a Marine that is almost out. And SCVs are gonna return now, and as long as the Protoss doesn't have high ground vision, this is not too bad. The Marine can just go and shoot the cannon from here. Go on, Terridan. Go on, Terridan. Terridan. What are you doing? Move the damn Marine over here. Give him something to do. Go on. Bunker's coming up. Oh, he finally realized that he has 2 Marines out now. And he could just shoot the damn cannon from up ground. Because the cannon can't shoot up there. Yeah, you know. He's already making a defensive cannon at home because he knows he's fucked up. And, yeah, I mean, what's that cannon gonna accomplish there, though? The pylon's gonna fall. Where are you smurfing, Terridan? There's no way this is Masters, right? It's gonna make another pylon, 2 more cannons, just trying to contain the Terran a bit, I guess. And I don't suppose... Yeah, this looks like... The tank should be well on the way. No, it's not. Not yet, anyway. The cannon rush is not over yet, and Protoss still going strong off one base, finally finishing up his cyber core. And, yeah. Terridan's starting to build missile turrets in his mineral line for the eventual Dark Templar threat that might be coming up. You're okay, Terridan. It's just we're just having fun at your expense. Give us that much. We're just having fun at your expense. So yeah, Terridan looking pretty strong here. Double gas, Protoss as well. So I guess we're going 1 base versus 1 base. Protoss hasn't even tried to take his expansion yet. And Terran, of course, can't. We have a Stargate coming up, which will, of course, help. But the siege tank is about to go down, and it looks like he will be able to fire upon this cannon. Maybe no, he needs line of sight, which he does not have. Yeah, he's committed. He's not gonna fuck around. 2 shield batteries coming up now, but once the cannon falls, the pylon can get taken out, and once the pylon's taken out, tank cannot reach the pylon from there apparently, but Terradin's just gonna go for it. He says, well, we just have to kill that pylon. Goes for the shield batteries first nonetheless. And we have a... Ooh. Actually, that's... I'm not sure with the new Oracle, but I believe 4 Marines is not enough. Pylon finally gets taken out now, so this ends, but there's a Oracle out. I think 6 Marines will still be enough. I think they nerfed the Warp Prism a bit. And the Protoss doesn't really have much. He has a Warp Prism, an Oracle. And, of course, the Liberator could just kill that Warp Prism. Oracle! Dear Lord, it's an Oracle. Finally, Terradin manages to take his expansion a bit after the Protoss manages to take his Nexus. So are we gonna see a transition here into a macro game? Let's see. Unit count clearly favoring Terradin. If we see 20 supplies up, and all of that is army. So he will just march across the map and wreak havoc to the Protoss' base. And yeah, of course, the Oracle might do some damage here, but that's not really gonna... Yeah, as the wagon says, Terran should just run toss over, which is exactly what Terradin is gonna do here. This expansion will never see the light of day, and he just passes it by, not giving the Protoss time to build anything. There's some Zealots, but Zealots don't really do too well versus this number of Marines and tanks. And Noah PM says lucky. Really? How was that lucky? What? Please tell me. What in this game was lucky? What? What in this game was lucky? Tell me. I don't know, man. That was not luck. You're just too stupid to place your pylon at the right spot. That's it. That's the problem here. Yeah, you can only win versus Protoss if you're lucky. That's true. That's absolutely true. Alright, I'm gonna have to start up StarCraft again, of course. But this will be right done, and we are about ready to hop into game number 2, which was sent to me from the Kyojin, which I do not know, but he must have seen the show somewhere, so of course it's nice to get replays from all over. In the bottom right, we have a red Protoss. His name is Don Carleone, and he's with the mob. Facing off versus the Sendrin. Oops, yeah, overlay, thank you very much. See, my scene switcher, of course, does not work either. Come on, there we go. Again, in the bottom right, we have Don Carleone, the red Protoss. Facing off versus the blue Protoss, who sent this replay. It's the Kyojin. Let me quickly try to fix the... to adjust the scene switcher, because that would really be helpful. There we go, casting in menu. Okay, might work now, I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, double proxy gateway is being built here by the Kyojin. Triple proxy gateway. Thanks for the overlay shouts, guys. I noticed, thankfully, with the help of Terradin and the wagon. And it should be fine now. Tech 4 and the wagon. Okay, so of course Don Corleone has no idea what's coming his way. He's gonna know soon because there's nothing at the Protoss home base. The blue Protoss home base. But there's 3 gateways here, which will very shortly begin to build Zealots, I presume. Maybe Stalkers, who knows? What will it be? It will be Zealots. At least for now. Another pylon going down as well, and Now we can see the alarm bells ringing for Don Corleone because he knows there's something fishy going on here. Cybercore going down as well. Being supply blocked here is not the best thing for a rush, of course. 2 gateways are producing stalkers already, so stalkers are going to have a hell of a time versus zealots. 2 stalkers will not be out though once the zealot hits. If the zealot can get a nice round on 1 stalker, it might fall quick enough for them to gain an advantage. Or he might just go and make... Oh, the drone manages to get a pylon out, delays enough for the stalker to pop out. 1 stalker is out, and this stalker can of course kite the zealot forever. But it's a bit micro intensive to kite 2 stalkers. And of course more zealots are on the way here. And the shield battery helping here tremendously, but eventually it will run out of battery power, which is right now. Then the stalkers might fall, but then 2 more stalkers pop. I think Red has this in the bag, to be honest. Just keep making stalkers. Maybe add another shield battery. And micro your units correctly and you should be fine. Of course, Red needs to micro here. Blue just really needs to A-click in. Whatever the zealots do, as long as they're doing damage, it's gonna be fine. It looks like Red has trouble though with the micro. Stalker getting super low there, and the Stalker coming in now will be able to finish off this Stalker. And now... Ooh, it seems it's gonna snowball because of course 3 gateway production is better than 2 gateway production. And I think Don Corleone might be in trouble here. I think he should have built 2 more shield batteries or another gateway, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not a Protoss, so it's hard for me to tell. But I'm pretty sure this is over. Although, I mean, yeah. We don't have warp gate tech even on the way here, I think. For blue, but red is in the shitter here. Red is in deep shit. Because his stalkers are just getting killed by the buy. Second shield battery is up now, but there's always 1 more unit for blue, it seems, than for red. Blue is also hovering quite a lot of minerals, while red is pretty much on the ropes here. He's mining a bit too much gas. He has corrected this now. Of course, he lost some probes because he had to fight with the probes. And adding 2 more gates here because why not? Why not? Sure, let's just add 2 more gates and keep the pressure on. Don Corleone is unsuspecting, moving out, trying to look for the proxy. Goes the wrong way. You should have just built your warp gate, then you wouldn't need to build so many more gates. And yeah, Don Corleone just keeps making units at this point. They are equal for now, but of course it's gonna skyrocket for the Kyojin because he has 2 more gates than Don Corleone. Ooh. Don Corleone though, the sneaky bastard, is warping in on the other side of the map. Nice. There's absolutely no defense here, and also no warp gate tech. Go, 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 attack, dude, attack! Oh, he's gonna lose this side though. You need to attack now, just A-click that. Over here, go, go, go. Oh, opportunity's lost here. Because I think he can hold here with the shield batteries. Don't move down there, oh my god. No, no. Oh my god. Oh, the zealots are finally attacking here now. And they will make short work of these probes. Of course, he has to pull them, which means no more income, which means no more units. But then again, here the units seem to have snowballed hard enough for Don Corleone. With the move down, I think he lost the game. But then again, there's still a shield battery. And the stalkers can't escape. And I don't think there's going to be any more reinforcements coming in here. Maybe 2 more zealots or a stalker. Yeah, Some more units on the way, but if Don Corleone can hold on here, the Kyojin's onslaught. He's actually long distance mining from over here. And now he's recalling home, which will give Don Corleone some time to breathe. And he has the edge now economically. Oh, the Immortal is out now as well. But Immortal not as good versus Zealot. Very good, of course, versus Stalkers. And the threat has been cleared, but the proxy pylon has not been found, so... Kyojin needs to be careful not to get backstabbed again. Yeah, once the Immortal numbers climb, the push here with gateway units will be in a very, very tough spot. Although technically Zealots are very good versus Immortals. Stalkers are definitely not. All in all, the armies are very, very equal. Of course, the Immortal is a lot of value. As you can see, the Stalker... Oh, don't miss micro. Ooh. Very bad engagement there taken by Don Corleone. Swings the tide in Kyojin's favor once again. He will be able to force field the ramp. And of course the high ground Immortal will wreak havoc on the Stalkers. But he's still 2 gateways down, and I'm not sure, but I think 13 probes can sustain at least 3 gates. And now the Zealots have made it up the ramp and are on top of the very, very fragile sentries. Losing a gateway, I think this is death for Don Corleone. You can't lose your production. And if the second gateway goes down, this is just GG. You can't win with Immortals alone. You need something to block those pesky Zealots. And the Kyojin just keeps making Zealots, and apparently because PvP is silly, this works. The rush is successful. 4 ire. Zealots scream as they rake havoc on the red Protoss' probe line once again. Shield battery goes down. 1 more shield battery stands. 2 Immortals are still out, but Zealots are chasing them around. Don Corleone is unwilling to give up. Meanwhile, over here, 1 Zealot is trying to turn the tide, and a recall will bring back 1 Zealot to deal with this. But the move command! Dear Lord. The move commanding. Oh god, okay. Once again, Don Corleone held, but no unit production whatsoever. Finally, the Kyojin has Warp Gate ready, so yeah, we might yet see some stuff here. But yeah, what a game. What a game indeed. Let's see if he warps in some more stuff here once the Warp Gate finishes. 2 gates on the way for Don Corleone. They're both on 10 workers. Don Corleone is up in army. And yeah, this could go either way still. Of course, the production advantage is still in the Kyojin's favor here. But we have 3 Immortals out. Yeah, this might well turn into a macro game now, I don't know. Well, the Immortals should probably go down here and destroy the proxy. If those gateways fall, it's over for the Kyojin, but... I mean... They're both mining, so this is not over here. One more Zealot is warped in here. Will still try to make damage. Bring destruction onto the mineral line of the Kyojin, who has mined out half of his base so far. Of course, there's no expansions here in this game, so both are really mining off half a base. Which, oh, they finally found the evil pylon and the probe. 1 more Zealot will warp in here, though. And looks like the red zealot killed the blue zealot and will now try to take down the nexus all by himself. He gets help from another zealot, but then again, 4 zealots and a sentry will definitely be able to take care of these 2 zealots. And yeah, but this is a sizable army. I mean, this is scary. You cannot just warp in 4 units and deal with this. If you can take out those gateways, I see black skies for the Kyojin here. And he definitely found them, and Immortals are gonna wreck these buildings very, very fast. And once those pylons are down, there's no more warp-ins. Oh my god, is the Kyojin gonna lose this yet? Oh, Bella, when we're done here, you need to explain to me how this pet stuff works, because I have no idea. Okay, we have a war prison for Don Corleone now. The production has been absolutely wrecked here by the Kyojin. And it looks like he will be losing, and respect for sending in a replay where you lose. Most people don't like to do that. I respect it a lot. It keeps it fresh, although that's a lot of zealots. There's no way these zealots can take out this army though, can they? Oh, maybe with the probes though. Ooh. Clutch force fields will take care of this. Reinforcement warpins will be coming as well for red, but those immortals though. Oh, what the fuck is happening? Did he just throw the game? No way, right? Why are you whopping in sentries? You need zealots, dude. The other guy can't build anything. There's no way you're losing this, are you? Yeah, seriously, just block the ramp and one more warp-in and you're golden, dude. One more warp-in and you're golden. You're only getting ahead now. Build units. Build units. Build zealots. Just warp in 2 or 3 zealots and you're good. You can even bring down your workers if you want. Yeah, that's good. Force filter ramp. That's the right thing to do. But build units behind it. He's not building units. There we go. Oh, adepts. Well, adepts work as well, I guess. I would have preferred zealots. Because if they can tank for these... Oh, if he gets his army force fielded in half, he might still lose this. He also warped in some adepts over here. Yeah, GG. This could have gone either way. Very good game here. Thanks for sending this in, Kyojin. Next up is Nano. And it looks like the scene switcher is working again, which is awesome. In the top left, the Terran, it's Tank the Frank. Facing off versus our very own, it's All Inspirations Nano in the blue trunks. Good luck, have fun is called, and at least 3 SUVs are moving out. 1 is going to block the ramp, and 2 are going over, probably just to scout, because the double SUV scout, it's very well known. Yeah, usually it's Frank the Tank, but this is Tank the Frank, so don't confuse them. So what's it gonna be? Oh, this is so close. Like if he builds something here, he's gonna see this. 3 SCVs, drop triple. Why are you building so close here, though? I don't understand. He's gonna probably float them up, but Nano's gonna see them once they're floated up, right? I mean, to be honest, this barracks placement is super weird by Nano here. I don't know what's up with that, but that's not a standard barracks placement. Is he even gonna build a barracks over here? No, he's just gonna force. He's just gonna Block the ramp with depots. Nano did not scout yet. So he has no idea. There we go. Whoopsie! Nano knows the extent of the shenanigans going down here. Will he manage to block the landing? No, Nano, you should have blocked the landing. Marines are gonna be coming out soon. And more barracks are floating up. They're actually building stuff down there now. How many SCVs can a Marine kill in this position? I'm guessing at least 4. The Reaper's gonna make short work of the Marine though. Then again, there's another Marine out. And this one is not in a good position. Oh, he's gonna make it back there, but he gets taken down. Looks like Nano has reacted very well here with the SCV pull. More wrecks are getting brought up though. It should be enough to just one-click. Wow. This guy's committed. Fifth rep's got fifth Rex is coming up as well. Bunker is done, but there's no units to go in the bunker. And, I mean, it's obvious 5 Rex are going to definitely outproduce a Rex and a factory. I think he needs a tank. Once he can get a tank out, he's probably safe. Of course, the Hellions is very helpful as well, but I think you really want a tank. As soon as the Marine spawns, the tank just one-shots him and it's done. But I think Nano is supply blocked. He's also making a second Hellion, not a tank. He's going Mega Rex, guys. He's going 6 Rex. Full out Rex. Marines only, no upgrades. Boom. Just make fucking Marines and kill everything, dude. 6 Marines at a time. This Rex is gonna go down, though. Float it, and let the SCV repair. Float it up. if the depot falls, Nano's gonna be supply blocked again, I guess. Ooh, Nano's Rex is in danger here. God damn it! Look at the Marine number, man. Holy shit! Wow, the Rex just died. Yeah, that's all Nano's gonna get here. There's another Hellion on the way, but Hellions are not doing too well against this number of Marines. Why is he not attacking with his Marines? The 6th Rex is now on the way as well. SCV making a supply depot down there now. Boom! No Rex for you, boy. Of course, without a Rex, he can't make a second factory either, so this is final stand here. Ooh, and it looks like Nano's gonna have the short end of the straw here, because what can you do versus Mega Rex? There's no helping versus Mega Rex, and Nano has to leave, and Tank the Frank takes this game. Again, thank you for sending this in, Nano. It's not easy to send in replays where you lose. But let's be honest, this keeps it fresh, because you never know. Like this, you never know who's gonna win. Looks like the next 2 games are ZVZs. This one was sent in by Wheelbarrow, also a player I am not familiar with. Thank you very much for sending this in. The red Zerg, bottom right, it's Wheelbarrow on Kairos Junction. Facing off versus the blue Zerg, it's SC2 Swarms, Beardy. So this might be an all inspiration player with an alternate account, or it might be someone else. Anyway, he sent me this replay, and I'm grateful to have replays to cast. I am collecting all the excess replays that I have for episode 40, where we're going to cast a lot more replays. But for now, I can really use more replays always. Just send them to me on Discord, on replay@fizben.com. I can always use more replays. Because usually I only cast 1 game per player per show, so as to have a bit of diversity going on. And I don't have a lot of backlog. Except for Terradin, who has been sending in very, very frequently. And of course I'm looking forward to Tech 4's new Terran cheese in the future, if you're really gonna switch. Beardy with the early pool. Wheelbarrow with the hatch first. And we're gonna see 6 lings coming your way. Oh way, oh way. There's... I don't think he's gonna see this. Nope. It's gonna hit him unprepared, but then again, as a Zerg, you should be able to deal with this, even if you don't scout it right away. More lings are being made though. But now Beardy has switched back. The Zerglings are gonna get in a couple of hits here on the unprotected hatchery. As you probably know, the hatchery doesn't have armor while it's building. Now it gets 1 armor. And Wheelbarrow, with the correct response here, pulls his probes to fight those lings until his own lings can pop. Of course, you don't want to commit. You can't lose more than 2 or 3 probes. As you can see, Beardy is on 15 workers. And now Wheelbarrow is actually behind. Oh. This is gonna be a tough comeback because he's gonna lose the hatchery. And he lost way too many probes here. Drones. He lost way too many drones here. He will eventually clean this up, but at this point Beardy doesn't even need to build more lings. He just needs to hold whatever counter Wheelbarrow can muster now and focus on his economy, and he will be way ahead. As you can see, he's up 7 workers, which is huge in a ZVZ. In any matchup really, except you're playing versus Terran because mules. Wheelbarrow going for the Baneling Nest instantly. And really the only thing Wheelbarrow can do now is build lings, and hope for good Baneling hits and just hope to kill everything on the other side of the map. It doesn't look like Beardy is going lings, he's going Banelings as well. He's probably gonna go Roach and gonna wall off here with 2 Evo chambers. There we go. And this is gonna make it very tough for Wheelbarrow to even get in and find some damage. Of course, Beardy will see the lings moving out. And this was even a full wall off. Now there's just a queen in the wall, actually 2 queens. And I think 2 queens can hold pretty much any amount of lings. Spinecrawler's coming up as well, so Beardy going defensive mode here. Wheelbarrow not committing too hard to the lings, so he's droning up behind this, but of course Beardy is still with an advantage. The only saving grace that Wheelbarrow has here is that his hatch didn't fall. If that hatch had fallen, it would be game over. But for now it looks pretty good for Beardy. And I'm not sure Wheelbarrow can take the damage, can find the damage that he needs to find here. He could probably blow up all these buildings with enough Banelings, but that's gonna cost him a lot as well. Still droning up, only 3 drones behind now. But Beardy's up in army somehow. The queens count as army? Yeah, of course. Beardy has a lot of queens. Yeah. 5 queens out for Beardy, which is of course super nice to have. Transfuses are so valuable. And let's see who transitions here. So Wheelbarrow going 2 base Muta? Might be. With 4 gas. We'll see. Oh yeah. Okay, 2 base Muta from Wheelbarrow. Good response, I think. But then again, Beardy already has 5 queens out. And if he scouts this, he can probably just build a couple of spores and be safe. He can't move out then, but he can prepare his counter in peace. Of course, right now he has no idea what's coming. He has not scouted anymore. He probably feels a bit too safe. He's still ahead in workers. But the Roach push might hit before the mutas are ready. Let's see. Wheelbarrow has 400 gas saved up. He'll maybe have 6 or 7, 800, 8 mutas at most once Spire hits. And the mute is going to take a long time to kill those roaches. Queens are moving across the map as well. And we have an expansion being taken here on the left side, but the lings are on the way to prevent that. More lings are moving out. The roaches are going to hit though, and the spire is not even finished yet. He will have 2 spines almost finished once the roaches hit, but these number of roaches, especially with the queens. Did he turn back the queens? Oh yeah, he turned the queens back. The door is open though, and this is going to cost him some resources here. The roaches pop just in the nick of time, but they are rallied to another point here. Meanwhile, over here, he focused the hatch down, which of course is a nice thing to do. He only lost like 2 roaches in the attempt, but over here, he is losing workers. He can afford to lose some though. I would have loved to see the lings run in here, a couple, and make some banes and blow up the... At least he managed to prevent the third. The queens are out on the map. And mutas are now spawned. And there is absolutely no anti-air in the base. Oh, he might get enough echo damage done here to equal out the game once more. Spore Claw is just now being made. Oh. Yep, there we go. I mean, the queens are going to be able to deter. But he's still going to get some more drone kills. And he's actually ahead now. Of course, there's a huge roach army. And I'm not sure 2 spines are going to be enough for this. Mutas are going to come back now. Going to chip away at the roaches. Oh, you really need some lings to complement these spines. Hatch is once again going to be taken out. And nice queen block there. The mutas will be able to take this out, but not before losing another round of workers here. More workers are being taken out. Of course, roaches are very, very good at killing workers. And even though the mutas did their damage, the roaches did so too. It's going after the overlords now, but Beardy has a lot of excess overlords, so it's not hurting him that much. 7 queens will be able to kill a lot of mutas. Especially with the transfuses. Corruptor's out now as well. And it looks like Wheelbarrow is going to have a tough time here, turning this game around once more. So many queens. You don't even need hydras. If you have this many queens, you're good. Add a couple of corruptors, you're fine. Of course, Beardy is losing all of his map vision, but Wheelbarrow is not taking a third because he's hungering for minerals. But mutas alone are not going to win this fight. There's 2 spores here, 1 spore here. Yeah, I guess the main is a bit vulnerable. With only 1 spore, but then again there's corruptors there as well. And corruptors have a lot of armor, so they will do very well versus mutas. And of course the queens, there's so much transfuse energy on those. For those of you that are not familiar with how the UI works, these queens actually have full energy here. The ones that you don't see an energy bar on, so that's a lot of transfuses just waiting to happen. Corruptors, of course, can be taken out by mutas. I feel he should have just stood and fight. He could have probably taken out a lot of mutas, and he's clearly ahead at this point in the game. The problem is he can't engage with these queens, right? So what Wheelbarrow should do, he should be taking a third behind this and try to get ahead economically, keep his opponent in his base as long as he can, and build up a sizable army and crush him. But with only mutas, you're not going to win the game, I think. I can't see how. He'd have to land a critical strike. Beardy once again tries to expand. Will be denied once more. There we go. Cancels the base. Not lost. Will start to lose some overlords of his own now. Loses some mutas as well. But let's keep in mind that Beardy has an upgrade advantage. He has +1 Carapace, Flyer Carapace on the way, I think. Yeah, just finished, and the Flyer attack will be on the way as well. So 1-1 mutas versus 0-0 mutas will be an absolute massacre. Those upgrades are so valuable. And of course the corruptors help tremendously. I don't even know why he started to switch to mutas. Probably to have some ground attack as well. But yeah, Beardy's army is starting to look really scary, and he's going to go for the expansion here. And once this army hits the other side of the map, it's going to be tough for Wheelbarrow. He has some spores as well, but he doesn't have as much queens as Beardy has. He only has 2 queens. 1 queen. Only 1 queen? Wow. Yeah, 1 queen's not going to do anything versus this army. And the queen should be easily able to defend here at home with the transfuse. He's even going to save that overlord by mass transfusing it. And time is ticking here. Every second counts for Wheelbarrow. He will get further and further behind in upgrades. Although he made infestors, if I saw that correct. I love infestors. This is gonna be good. Is he gonna catch the whole air army with a fungal here? Gonna be interesting. That is a lot of infestors indeed. Indeed, Draz. Is there... Oh, well, there's detection, but... Yeah, this base is gone. Goodbye, third base. But this is not a crippling blow. I mean, the third base brought Beardy ahead, but now it's equaled out again. Yeah, of course you can't attack into the Spore Crawlers, not if there's mutas as well. And infestors. He's gonna have to make a lot of detectors to prevent the infestors from getting into the base here and taking out these buildings as well. Because if you can take out the natural expansion, then Beard is actually in a pretty good spot. Of course the infestors are low on energy for now, so they need to recover first. 2 of them have been made later. That would be so freaky, man. Steal a drone and morph it into a building. Does that actually still work? I guess it should still work, right? I mean, Zerg is the only race that has mind control. What do you mean it doesn't work with Zerg? Okay. Manages to fungal 1 muta there. With Protoss it should work though, right? If you capture a Protoss probe, you can just warp in an Nexus and then you're good. And then you start making that sweet Zealot Roach combo that everybody's so afraid of. That is a scary army, man. 40 supply advantage for Beardy here. Where are all those infestors? Did they die? Did I miss the infestors dying? No. Where's the Fester hit squad? Some are here. It's not all of them though. 14 infestors. Where are the rest of the infestors? Here, okay. So he's using them to defend. That is a good question, Draz. That is a very good question. Oh, this is gonna be such a crazy fight. Oh, the money fungal on the... Oh, oh, it's so hard to tell what's happening here because fungals and infest the marines and... But I think blue will prevail here. Because yeah, it looks like Beardy has the upper hand. He had 40 more supply, of course. But I gotta give Wheelbarrow an A for effort here with the infestor play. If he is actually gonna keep fighting here where the Marines are, he might be in trouble. There's no more infestors now though, no more army. It's a 48 army supply. Where's the army? It's all in infestors. There's only 2 units that can shoot up though, and there's a lot. Did the whole air army die? The whole air army died. So there's really nothing that can shoot up, but of course, roaches are hard to kill. Especially by unupgraded mutas. He's gonna lose a lot of tech here. Roaches everywhere. The 6 Fester hit squad is moving across the map once more. So many roaches with speed. He's at least gonna take out this base once more. Not that it's gonna matter, but... Oh, actually... No, he lost his main. It's 2 base versus 2 base now, though. And 2 bases of... This base is so dead, damn it. 17 HP, man. How did that not die? Yeah, there's still mutas. Beardy's in the ropes. He lost his queens. He only has 1 queen and like 2 spores. 2 queens, 2 spores. Ah, okay. He got out corruptors though. But hey, Wheelbarrow's not lighting up here, and he's doubling the army supply. Of course, Beardy has a lot of workers, so the longer this goes on, the harder it's going to be for Wheelbarrow. But for now, he's looking a-okay. Don't underestimate the infestors. If he can fungal those, they're going to take a lot of damage. So it's still pretty open in my opinion. Of course, the mining is heavily in favor of Beardy here, but he's only mining off 1 base. Really, yeah, there's not really anything left up here. But 6 workers is a very, very small number for Wheelbarrow. Beardy should probably move the Spore Crawler up here to defend. There's only 4 mineral patches now. So that's basically 12 drones to be fully saturated. Oh, fungal. Oh, if he could have fungled that. What the fuck? What are they shooting? Are you kidding? That was the anti... Do they have a new anti-air attack now? That looked so cool, man. If he can get out another round of... If he can get out another round of energy units here, he might be in a good shape. Oh, it's so clutch. Beardy lost so much more resources than Wheelbarrow here. There we go. Totally overkill, pissing with all your corruptors on a building that is about 50 HP. But hey, it's dead now. Still heavily in favor though for Wheelbarrow now. Even with only 16 workers, he's mining a lot more than his opponent. So currently he's very, very well ahead. If he can't get a 3rd out here, he's gonna be in big trouble. Ooh, unprotected. Yeah, okay. He has to be careful. He has to respect the corruptors. So hard to tell who's advanced in it. So hard to tell who's ahead here, but I think it's Wheelbarrow at the moment. He's just gonna take out some buildings, maybe try to lure the corruptors into some fungals here. Oh, Roaches taking out some very, very direly needed drones here. But Hydras are out now. We'll make short work of the Roaches. Especially if the Roaches are not attacking the Hydras. Hydras, of course, have super high DPS if they are not directly attacked. But the Corruptors are gonna piss on Wheelbarrow's honor here and base. But he's gonna sacrifice a lot of Corruptors for this. At least 3 or 4 are probably gonna go down here. Yep. 4, 5 Corruptors. Probably worth it, but then again, this base, yeah. And finally, Beardy is sick of this shit, and Wheelbarrow takes the win. Well played. Super cool ZVC here, guys. Very, very interesting. Very, very entertaining for once. And we're gonna continue with the ZVZ. It's Richard from Risen versus Tech4 from All In. In the teal trunks, top left, 4-0, it's Risen's Richard, the Zerg. Facing off versus our Lord and Commander, it's Tech4 for All Inspiration in red. CVZ time. ZVZ time. So this must have been some tournament or ranked play, or maybe a friendship match, because it's not the usual colors. So it was probably a custom game. Like for spreading out his overlords, taking an expansion. Standard 17 hatch for both players. Nothing too aggressive here. Of course, the rush distance is quite long on this map, so you can absolutely take a hatch first here without too much risk. Then again, Probe Scout is very unusual in ZVZ, so we might see some proxy hatch action. Who knows? Will we see proxy hatching here? No, he's just gonna go home. Fair enough. I mean, it's good to know if you respect your opponent, especially Tech4, because he can be a cheesy bastard sometimes. He has very creative cheese builds. Yeah, I can't look, Dress. I'm gonna explain to you how it is with my brain. I can't discern between broccoli and cauliflower. It's the same thing for me, for my brain. And I'm a chef, okay? I can't discern between probes, drones, or SCVs, because my brain always says probe or drone or whatever. And I can't discern between the name of my drummer and the name of my lead guitarist, because they're brothers. One is named Martin, the other is named Jan, and I always confuse them. So it's just my brain. It's not made for remembering stuff. That's the story behind this. Ooh, Richard sporting the Colossus trophy here, while Tech4 is completely trophyless. Looks like he hasn't played a lot of tournaments lately. No speed yet for either player. Even though Tech4 has 156 gas saved up, he's gonna go early there. So we're gonna probably see a Nidus Roach push from Tech4. Small lings here. Slowlings here. Slowlings there. Slowlings everywhere. Are they actually both gonna go lair before? What the fuck? Okay, let's see. Tech4 is slightly ahead. Only slightly though. Are they both? Oh god. Tech4's adding Tech4's adding upgrades. No. Okay, Richard's adding upgrades. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Oh, so you need to add a Evo chamber? What the fuck is going on? What is this build? Obviously this is a build, because you're both doing it. So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Yeah, Nidus. Of course it's Nidus, man. Build it! There we go. The +1 push? Tech4. Is it a +1 push? We're not seeing a Nidus out of... We're not seeing a Nidus out of Richard here, though. Yeah. So, slight upgrade advantage for Richard. Is also getting Roach speed, which Tech4 doesn't really need, because he's going to be attacking on the other side of the map. There is an Overlord moving into position now, though, to see the Nidus going down, but Tech4 has nicely spread his overloads everywhere. He can basically put down the Nidus everywhere. He's also adding queens. Where's it gonna be, Tech? Where are you gonna drop it? I'm betting you're gonna drop it here. Never mind the Overlord. Who cares, man? There we go. Ba ba ba. Oh! Oh! The clutch transfuse. So hard to tell who's gonna come out on top, but of course the defender's advantage is on Richard's side. He lost a lot of workers though. Another Nidus is coming out, popping out more roaches. The queen advantage is on Tech 4's side. I don't know, man. I don't think you can hold this. There's 8 more roaches on the way, but the Nidus is just gonna fall. The queens are getting surrounded, and more queens are popping out. More roaches as well. Yeah, technically Richard is on the back foot now, because first of all he has a lot of gas banked up, but he has a lot less workers than Tech 4 has now, and it looks like the roach production will now swing into the favor of Tech 4. Richard gets a Ravager out here. This is, of course, the defender's advantage is somewhat negated if you have a Nidus Worm. Ravagers are very flimsy. Last queen goes down now, and it looks like this will snowball in favor of Tech 4. More drones have to come off the line here to deal with this. And every drone he loses... Oh, the Nidus gets taken out once more. Immediately another Nidus Worm goes down. Of course, this can now be attacked while building. It has a lot of armor, but there's not enough queens in here. Oh, imagine there was a Baneling in there. Tech 4 is all over the map. He's keeping up his drone production. He has a lot of roaches in the Nidus, so once it pops, there will be a lot of roaches coming out. And this one will definitely finish here. Will it finish in time, though? The roaches focus the Nidus Worm, and there's a lot of roaches out, though, for Tech 4. Another Nidus going down. Nidus here, Nidus there. And this is not envisioned for Richard, because the Overlord was taken out. Another queen goes down. Bad position here for Tech 4 to fight. But then again, there's a Nidus in your main now. More roaches are popping out, going down on the drones of Richard here. Richard is being attacked everywhere. Lings have been added to the mix now as well, because Tech 4 is low on gas. He has a lot of minerals banked up. That is a significant count of roaches here. Ravagers as well. Yeah, Rich is making good use of his saved up gas here. He's morphing his low roaches into Ravagers. Of course, the X have a pretty high armor count. And once more it gets taken out. Richard is on 3 bases here, even though he cannot mine from all 3 bases. And Tech 4 is pretty all in with this. But he is 10 workers ahead after all this, so he can transition out. It's okay. Another Nidus goes down. Tech 4 doesn't want to transition. We can just keep making roaches and fuck your enemy up. Imagine 1 Baneling coming out here. Or 2. And every worker dies. I think I've seen this once in Lag TV. There was like a Nidus. There was a Nidus, and SCVs were all around the Nidus waiting, and then a couple of Banelings came out, and all the SCVs just died. Because you remember, in the olden days, the Nidus couldn't be attacked while he was building. Yeah, white transition. It's working for now, right? Don't attack up that ramp though, Tech 4. That's just not gonna work out, man. If he can get the Roach Warren though, he's gonna be in a tremendously good position. He absolutely wants to break this, and he might be able to do it. He gets the wrap around. Another Nidus pops inside the main. Ooh, it's gonna lose a lot more workers here. And Richard has to GG. Well done, good sir. Now, I don't know if you guys want, but I have a bonus game. Actually, you're not getting a choice. I'm just gonna cast it. I'm not too fond of casting my replays. But this one was actually pretty good. In the bottom right, we have the red Zerg. It's Fizban with the GLOHF. He has not played much. This is his 3rd or 4th game this season. Actually, it's the 4th, I think. Versus Beaston on ladder. The blue Protoss. Very early probe here by Beaston. Beaston is up to no good. Trying to hurt poor little Fizban and make him tilt with the proxy pylon on the possible 3rd base location here. Fizban is not concerned, you know. Gotta go fucking 16 hatch because Protoss is gonna block you if you don't. So yeah, you gotta deal with it. Terradin is getting excited because bonus games are fun. Double proxy gateway here by Beaston. Fizban decided it's probably not a good idea to send your Overlord out, so he's gonna send him scouting here a bit for cannon rushes, you know, because cannon rushes suck. Fizban also not on top of his macro, very late with his pool. 3 gateway, okay. 3 gate proxy. And at this point, Fizban knows something's up because he's keeping his Overlord here instead of sending it away because this probe is behaving very, very suspiciously. Pool is about to finish, but it's not quite done yet. Overlord spots the pylon going down. And apparently Fizban's like, yeah, you know, we can wait for the circling. It's okay. It's just a pylon. What are you gonna do? Can't really cannon rush the Zerg. But then there's Zealots, you know. That was pretty unexpected, man. I was like, what? Well, wow. I was expecting cannons. Guess we better build some spine crawlers here to defend because this base is probably gonna die. I'm taking a second guess immediately. Gonna go lair immediately after because what are you gonna do if the Protoss cannon rushes you? You're gonna go Nidus counter them. That's the way. Sadly, the Lings come out too late. Cannot fight this. Wasting a lot of Lings here on these Zealots. Because, yeah. This is Diamond 3. We do not care enough for our units here to save them. Zealots are gonna absolutely wreck this, but it's just buying time for the spines to finish up. We have some Lings, we have 2 spines, we have almost made a creep tumor. And of course, the simulant building is gonna explode and burn to the ground. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we have nothing. But there's an Overlord sort of in position to drop some stuff once it finishes. Roach Warren is on the way as well. No gas being mined yet from the second gas here. Meanwhile, the Protoss is just now taking his gas. There's a lot of Zealots, and I feel he could just A-move in here and kill everything, because that is way too many Zealots for these 2 spines. I think. I'm not sure. Of course, the Lings are spawning now, and yeah, it might be dicey. So why rush it? I mean, he feels himself very much ahead, and he probably is. If we look at the army count, if we look at the worker count, if we look at the minerals, he's in a phenomenal spot. Nidus Worm is on the way now, but there's no units out to fill into it. There's no speed for speedlings. There's only one queen. Don't be scared, homie. And Beaston, in good old Florencio fashion, is taking my third base as his expansion. Why not? He doesn't dare to attack into my stronghold, though. Nidus Worm finally finishing up. And the Nidus on the other side of the map is finishing up as well. Nothing inside yet, though. Lynx are going to move in now. They're going to move out now, and they're going to try to kill some juicy probes. There's no pylon done yet, so no defense whatsoever. Let's hope we can deal some damage here, because we surely need it. A recall is made, the probes engage, and we managed to equal out the probe count here somewhat. Keep the zealots busy, buy some time. Kill some more probes. Yeah, 4 more probes go down. 5 more, 6. Wow. That was not the smartest idea to attack with those probes. If you're a Zerg, you know that you can just hold position your probes and the Zerglings will not attack them unless it's specifically told so, or nothing else that is capable of fighting is even close. Getting detection is probably a good idea here, because you never know. And Fizbin is just keeping roaches on the road. Very low economy. Not daring to make drones yet. And of course we can't break this with the units that we have. It's gonna be a tough one. Cybercore is about to be done, and there will be warp gates, and Beaston is starting double probe production now. Looks like Fizbin tries to get out here, manages to get a force field and not get his units force fielded down the ramp, because that would have surely spelled doom for them. Time for a macro hedge. Why not? Probably should get more drones first though, but then again, who am I to judge myself? Roach count's starting to look good, and we're gonna go Nidus over here. I'm still not aware that there's a fucking proxy going on here. And Protoss is aware of the Nidus, of course he is. He has a nice map vision there with his finished building. Nidus pops. Takes out some sentries here. Nice pickoffs. At least some sentries have to die. Some gas units. Those nasty force fielders. Another Nidus goes down in the main base of Protoss. One zealot is not going to be enough to prevent this from going down. Lots of zealots here. Ooh, the roaches get out just in time, and the zealots focus on the roaches instead of the Nidus, keeping it alive for now. Stalkers are being warped in here as a defense, as well as shield battery and cannon for defense. And Beaston managed to recover his worker count quite nicely, but that's a lot of roaches now. That is a significant number of roaches. They'll be able to take out the defenses here pretty easily. And this will probably force a recall once more. More probes die here for Beaston, who felt he was secure. No recall yet. Slow warping in, Stalkers will die, and the whole probe line was annihilated. No retreat though for the Roach army here. And there is a lot of stuff shooting here. I like the force fields. They are helping the roaches tremendously. Another Nidus Worm going down. And Protoss is too indecisive. He doesn't dare to attack up the ramp, even though the Spike Rolls have been taken out now. The Queen finally dies. But it looks like Fizbin might be able to retreat here in time to save his main base. And it's exactly what's going to happen. And that's definitely enough roaches and enough lings to take out what the Protoss has in his main base here. There's still roaches over here, taking out everything. And it looks like finally the contain will be broken and the Protoss will be broken in the process as well. And the GG, no GG is called, of course, because Jesus don't need the GG. And I say GG nonetheless. Good games today. Thank you, Terradin. I was so tilted. I was so tilted. Anyway, nice games today. Thank you all for sending them in. And I hope I will see you next week when it's Omlette de Fromage time. Please send me some juicy ingredients. Some cheesy, some stinky cheese. And yeah, I'll be seeing you next week. Hopefully then the overlays will be back to normal. But I guess I'll figure it out until then. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll probably finish the day with some Apex with Terradin. If he still wants to have me. Let's see about that.